Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome, dear community. Welcome to everyone to join us in this December edition of the Astar Community Call. It's really great to have you here. This is the last call of the year, so it's really amazing to have everyone here. We're excited to have you here because we have what's shaping up to the Langsmart section, and we have some major announcement today, including some important topic that we want to discuss with you. But before to start with this, I want to present the people is with me today. So I want to start it with Martin, head of Astar Foundation. How are you, Martin?
Hey, hello everyone. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Carlos. Looking forward to as well for the holiday season coming up. So, in case, or maybe I'll say it now, happy holiday season for everyone. I hope you will have a very lovely 2026. I know that we have great things coming in 26 from my sub point of view, and I hope we will be able to showcase some of our enthusiasm that we have for 26 as well to everyone here in the upcoming section during this AMA. So thank you, Carlos.
Thank you to you for joining us, Martin. And also we have G, head of Astar Marketing for our ecosystem. So how are you, G?
Hi, hello everyone. Really glad to be here today. Thanks, Carlos, for hosting this and inviting us as usual. It's really good to be able to speak to the Star community. Sorry if my voice is not great. I'm a bit sick. It's holiday season, but it's also winter for us in Europe, so it's getting like really cold. But I try my best so you can understand me.
Yeah, sure. Oh, thank you for joining us, Jay. Also, yeah, this is a commitment of our team. Always join in every
Yeah.
call. So, okay. Well, again, thank you everyone for joining us in this new call. As I mentioned before, we have a great announcement to do here and talk with great point with you. But we want to start. So let's start with the presentation here. Okay, well, basically the summary of this call, we will discuss these important topics with all of you, and we want to start with the Astar Burndrop PoC launch. So yeah, this is the major important topic that we have right now in our ecosystem because it's live, because you can start participating in this PoC and also starting using this application and the ecosystem. So I want to start this conversation with G in this situation because I want to know more about this POC and yeah, what represent for our ecosystem. So G, can you walk us through what the Burndrop POC actually is and remember why we are running this experiment now?
Okay. So the burn drop as a concept has been discussed with the community for quite a while now, especially on the forum when we introduced this new idea for the direction of Astar Evolution Phase 2 on the RFC. You can still check this discussion on the forum, by the way. But the outcome of like the discussion on the forum was clear that we needed to provide more visibility on what is this concept from just the idea that we shared initially. So as we cannot reveal yet exactly most of the information related to the burn drop event that we are proposing. The things we can work on is the mechanism, how it behaves on chain, how it works on chain, all the smart contracts that are used in this concept of bundle. So we are running in December now, and especially for the core Astar community, POC, so bundle POC, proof of concept. So the idea is providing a product which is voluntary to the Astar holders to participate and understand all the different mechanism related to the bundle. So as you can see here, there is like different phases, which we are calling period. There is the first, the conviction period, then there is like the obligation period, and there is the consolidation period. The first one is more a period where the participant can deposit the token, Astar token in this case. Tokens can be deposited either way on Astar EVM or on Sonium. The amount is 2026 Astar. I guess I don't need to explain why 2026 Astar. Obviously, it's related to next year. So that's the amount we decided for this. We are doing the POC on Astar because we want to test real behavior on chain, not just on a testnet. As the burn drop ID has an impact on the token economy of Astar and the supply of Astar token in the concept that we have initiated. So this POC has to be in a real economic environment to have like the best impact that we can analyze and evaluate after the event. So yeah, so first phase starting now. So it's the pledge period, not the conviction period for the first period. This one will last for roughly 10 days before we entering the next period, which will be more like a waiting period. We call this obligation period. This one is more about education. So that's going to be a period where we'll be running different content when it comes to like marketing, but also like quest system to educate more on the concept of the burn drop and also again like the mechanism. And after that, we'll be entering next year in early January into the consolidation period. And this one is when you can claim the SBT, so the burn drop passport for participating in this POC. So the concept is to replicate how the burn drop would look like in the way we have designed it, imagined it, but in like a really small scale and faster version. So that's why it's running only over the months of December and a bit of January. So it's easier and more accessible to anyone to test the concept. And finally, the goal that we aim with this POC is to collect feedbacks from the participants. There is probably things which are not optimized or perfect in the concept. It can be like on the smart contract part, or it can be on the front end, or like even on the communication, on the marketing materials, etc. All those things are not perfect, and we are doing it on purpose because we want to give a really simple and easy version of the concept of burn drop, so it's understandable for everyone. And based on this, we'll be collecting feedbacks, and we are counting on you for this. There will be like a form at the end of the POC campaign during like the consolidation period. there will be a form and also discussions happening on the forum where you can share your feedback. You can share like your experience. Was it like really intuitive to participate in this POC? Did you understand like the intention? Did you understand the mechanism, etc.? So you can freely share any feedbacks, and we want to collect as much feedback as possible so we can improve the concept idea and the mechanism before finalizing and deciding the direction for potential burn drop events. So again, this is voluntary. There is no obligation to participate. This is a proof of concept. Your participation will be really helpful for us to collect those feedbacks, and in return, you get SBT token.
That sounds really good, G. Thank you so much for sharing about this, because it's important that people understand what is behind Astar Burndrop PoC. And as you mentioned, is an event that is fully percent an experiment and voluntary for the people who want to participate. And also, finally, you can mint your Burndrop passport SBT. G, you mentioned the Burndrop passport, talking about this point, which will be an SBT, right? So bound token. Will this have any benefits or represent any kind of reward in the future?
Okay, so the Burndrop passport is a SBT token that will be minted on Astar VM. Even if you participate on Sonium, the SBT will be minted on Astar VM, and you can claim it during the consolidation period. There is one SBT per address. It's the same for everyone. And this SBT, Burndrop passport, is more a proof of participation in the POC. So a non-chain proof of participation that you join this POC. And as you know, in the Astar ecosystem, we are always grateful for contributions from the community members when it comes to participating, especially in those case study that we are doing, POC on chain. So at the moment, there is no financial value associated with the Burndrop passport, because this is a on-chain proof of participation only. But we may consider including benefits for Burndrop passport holders in upcoming future initiatives related to Astar in 2026 or later. So this is based also on community decision. So yeah, so at the moment you see this more as a proof of participation in the POC. That's like something guaranteed for now.
Good to know that. Thank you, G, for saying that. And also, to finalize this topic, this important topic, can you break down the three phases for everyone, and more special the duration period? Because this is an event that have end phases, so it's important to community understand what is the end phases of each period to participate.
Yes, but maybe let's move first to the slide, or at least you can show the slide of the product. I can go over this a bit here, and then after I can answer the question related to the different periods. So you can already access the POC website and participate. At the moment, only the page period is open, but you can already like see some stats, especially on the first page, of the amount of participants already in the POC and the amount of token which are locked. Token are when token are deposited during the pledge period, they cannot be withdrawn. So make sure when you participate, you know what you're doing. And the tokens will only be burned on Astar L1 at the end of the consolidation period. So at the moment, they remain like locked into a smart contract on Astar EVM. If you participate on Sonium, the tokens are automatically transferred through like CCIP bridge from Sonium ecosystem to Astar EVM and are locked in the Astar EVM vault. You can only participate by one limit per address, meaning like if you participate on Astar EVM, you cannot participate on Sonium and vice versa. You can participate multiple times with multiple wallets if you want to. but this is again not an obligation. This is purely like voluntary, so it's on your own decision. So yeah, so now the pledge period is open, as you can see here. And then we'll be moving to obligation period in a few weeks. Can you move on to the next slide, please?
Sure.
Okay, so here we have the dates for all those periods. So POC is started yesterday and will finish in 1 month's time in middle of January. But the key dates are mainly the pledge period, which will last until the 28th of December, so roughly almost 2 weeks. And before we are all busy with celebrating New Year's Eve, we'll enter like the obligation period. This period is intentionally also less important compared to other periods, and that's where we are doing educations, because this is obviously over the period of the New Year. So like many of you will likely be very busy with your family and friends celebrating New Year's, which is totally fine. But when you have time, feel free to obviously review like those the obligation period, so you can participate and learn in the concept. And after that, and after like celebrating New Year's, we'll enter like the consolidation period, and this one will last from the 4th of January to the 18th of January. So basically, you have roughly 2 weeks to claim the SBT, mean the Burndrop passport, and provide your feedback through the form or through the forum discussion.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Well, people, if you want to participate in Burndrop PoC, that will be great. And you can start participating now until December 28th. And also here you have the other dates for the other periods. So don't forget, participate, provide your feedback this is your opportunity to help these new faces for the ecosystem. So I want to invite Maarten, because I want to know what is the vision behind Astar Foundation. I know that we discussed this before, but it would be great if you can share with us, Maarten, what is the vision of Astar Foundation behind Burndrop PoC? How do you see Burndrop? Yes.
Okay, so how I see the Burndrop PoC at this stage is that we did have like an extended happening there where we requested like feedback from the community. So we shared our ideas, we shared what we wanted to do, and this was presented to the community on a forum and was discussed very well with a lot of people who care about Astar moving forward. But it's just all basic, just text and words and possible ideas and so on. And that's why we thought about, okay, instead of just telling people what we want to do, let's just showcase people what we want to do. And this is where we decided to create like this proof of concept to let people understand how each and every phase would look like the moment the real Burndrop will be going live. And then we also need to take in consideration after this POC, is this the direction that we want to take with the upcoming initiatives that we have planned? Together with the community, we will also look into this in the way of, okay, we have this POC and we know when the real Burndrop happens that Astar can be burned and people can get like a new token in return. Is this the direction that we wanted? Is this the direction the community is also behind or not? And that's why we built out this Burndrop POC to just, okay, we showcase what we think, we showcase what it would look like, and then let's go back to the drawing table and see, is this the real value for the Astar token when this real Burndrop happened, or when this opportunity comes in. And this is where we will involve every stakeholder, everyone who is interested in as well, to join the discussion. So again, it's not, this concept doesn't mean this is set in stone for the real one. It's just, this is how we see it now. Let's go and discuss where we see things moving forward. So during this period, as G already mentioned, you have the first period where you can join with your Astar tokens. Then you have the period where there will be like more educational tasks related to this, where also feedback will be shared, ideas will be shared, and then also because it's a POC and the burn drop itself idea behind this, we will burn the tokens and we will give the people the SBT NFT as well. So this SBT, even though the burn drop will not happen, if that's the case, if that is what the community decides, this SBT will always have some value in the actual campaign that will be happening behind this initiative. So if it's not the burn drop, it will be something else. But if it's the burn drop, the SBT will have a value as well in that one. But for us, it's more about gathering feedback. It's more about sharing the concept, sharing the idea. So people do not just see and read the words and the discussions, but actually see something in action. And this is the direction that we from the foundation will take as well in the future. Stop being cloudy, stop being just announcing things. Please showcase to the people, please showcase to the community what can be expected. That's why we put efforts as well in this POC, showcasing how we see it to further strengthen the discussion after the POC. Sorry, I think I went a little bit sideways here, but that's my idea here. Thanks, Carlos.
Yeah, thank you to you, Martin, for explaining this. It's important to have very clear to everyone this concept. So thank you for sharing this vision from Astar Foundation because it's important for everyone to understand this part. And yes, we can continue with the presentation here because right now we have another important topic to discuss. And it will be great if you can stay with us right now, Martin. And it's Astra Foundation Forward, right? Right now we have this initiative represent our commitment to transparency and responsibility resource management, right? So this is about showing, this is about not promising how we're optimizing operations and how we support the ecosystem internally. So Martin, I want to ask you, what exactly is the Astra Foundation Forward initiative and why we are launching this now?
Yes, good question. Why are we launching this at this moment? You can go to the next slide. You will see some of the things that I will say, but I will not follow this slide. I will just go my freestyle way in this regards. So why are we doing this? Is like several reasons. The first reason is as the foundation needs to be more transparent to its community. That's the first one. We have been doing a lot of things maybe inside a black box for the community, but we always never hide if questions were coming. So it was more about we were doing things, but forgetting a little bit about sharing the actual things that we are doing with the community. So with this initiative, we really are putting ourselves on the spot here and in public saying, okay, we will let you know what we are doing behind the scenes, so you also understand what the Astar Foundation is doing. And the whole idea regarding this Astar Foundation Forward initiative is to just think about, okay, what do we have now and where are we going heading into the future? So what do we have now? We have initiated, and today, by the way, is our 4th year of anniversary. In this 4 years, even before that, in the 5 years at Astar, including the 1 year it was in the making, we had so many initiatives, so many things moving forward, so many adjustments, not only on the infrastructure stack, tech stack, but also on community side, with the agents, with the ambassadors, with local communities and so on. Then as well, we had the governance, we had several new governance bodies, we had new councils. There was a lot of things happening in the last 4 years. So now we are more focusing on, okay, let's see if what we are still doing still benefits the Astar holder. It's still benefiting the value of the Astar token and so on. So with this fourth initiative, we are going very deep into everything that we are doing and then see, is it still valuable to have? Yes or no? This, yes or no? And then we just cut expenses. We ensure that we protect our treasury. We ensure that we protect the governance bodies, that we protect the community, and as well protect as much of the tokenomics that we have to ensure that there is like no creating no selling pressure if there shouldn't be any selling pressure behind this. So this is what we want to tackle first, like on that area before we focus, which we will talk as well in this AMA about the near-term future and the long-term future to ensure there is this constant buying pressure on the token to increase its value. But to do this, we first have to ensure that the foundation, after 4 years of a lot of things that we have been doing, is solid and confirmed. And then we start building step by step, brick by brick for it on increasing the value of Astar token. What this is not, and I clearly would like to say this as well, this has nothing to do with Astar Foundation trying to run away, or Astar Foundation now sees like a very bear market and it's now trying to cover up a lot of things. No, we are actually not doing this. We are doing this in full transparency with the community. First, to increase the communication line. Second, to just ensure that we are to showcase that we are taking care of the Astar token. And by doing all those steps, we will focus on the near and the long term on the buying pressure on the Astar token to increase its value over time as well. Yes, it's 40th anniversary. Yes, it's a very hard market. Yes, Astar is at a very difficult price point, but this doesn't mean that we are laying our heads down and just wait. No, we are here to fight, and we are here to let Astar win again, or let Astar be one of the key players as well in our initiatives that we are pushing and the narrative that we are pushing. So I hope everyone sees this initiative as a first step to showcase our transparency towards the community. Everything will be on our forum. So we will create like monthly reports about what we have been doing. If not monthly, it could also be bi-weekly. It could be weekly, depending on how much we have in our scope. We will publish them. We will also let people know about, okay, what will be the next steps? What are we doing now? And at the same time, also launching new initiatives purely wrapped around the value of the Astar tokens. So it's not only what Emmanuel is now saying on the chat on YouTube, that we are not only here to fight this, we are here together to fight this, and we will conquer this, and we will come back to where everybody is more excited about. So we do have a lot of things in the pipeline. So this first initiative, all about ensuring we have a strong tokenomics, we have a new tokenomics, we have a clear understanding about where our tokens are now being distributed to, now being minted to, and now being shared as well with everyone involved in Astar. And then we will see if this brings value or not. If not, just stop it. There's no need of continue. If there is value, yes, please reward them, give them extra from my point of view. And this is similar as well, how we want to take on dApp staking as well. If there is no value of what that project in dApp staking is doing towards the Astar token, please just get out. There's no reason for you to be in. If you bring value, please, I stake more. I support you 100%. But that is something that we really need to be a little bit harder around from the foundation, and this is what we will do. We will stop as well, like just waiting on things to happen. Maybe we should take initiative on ourselves and just push things forward. Of course, with full transparency, not going solo here, but of course always with a conviction of our agents as well as with the community on the forum where everything will be shared. But I think we need to take a harder stance on those kind of things. Especially when it comes to the value of the Astar token. So let's just do this and let's keep fighting here. Okay. Thank you, Carlos. You can show back the slides. I think I maybe forgot something, so I would like to see if there's anything I can add on. I said transparency. I said as well, not a short-term reaction. It's a long-term. We are focusing on the sources of pressure within the foundation, but also on the governance. We are focusing on treasury, operational governance, infrastructure. Forum is a place to be. Updates will be published there. All will be supported with open conversations and data-driven approach. So I think I covered everything. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah, that's a good point to cover everything. And yeah, I hope to everyone have very clear what is this important topic for our ecosystem right now. And well, you address what is this not to avoid misconceptions because it's important that people understand this is not a reduction or shutdown or operations. As Martin mentioned, this is a intention to the Astar Foundation to be clearly, to be transparency with our operations and our optimization of our ecosystem. So yeah, thank you, Martin, for sharing everything about this new initiative. We have a really commitment with our ecosystem because we are sharing constantly reports about our progress on this initiative to have every community informed and every community aligned with our actions. So I want to ask you, G, if you share with us what is this important to people or the community to communicate this in a good way? Because we have, as Martin mentioned, it's important to have the community really aligned with this initiative. But what do you think of this initiative from the marketing perspective?
I think this is really good to open the discussions and the topic that the foundation is working on with the community, because it can spark like also new ideas. As Martin mentioned, those are like proposition and things the foundation is doing, but the opinion of the community is extremely relevant to shape the direction and what we'll be doing. And we can already see this on the forum, and I invite all of you to join the forum. There is some discussions happening already, sparked from like some of your of our ecosystem ambassadors. I know like Luca was one like creating a post yesterday about the Burndrop concept and also like the tokenomics of Astar. I still need to review it, and there is a lot of work to read and understand. But this is the direction. This is what we are expecting, because those posts coming from the users and the participant of the community are definitely helping us to improve what we are doing and also get like new ideas and new directions. The intention that we had with Astar Evolution was always to create Astar Collective and make this ecosystem, the Astar ecosystem, growing and moving forward with the support of all the stakeholders, not just the foundation, not just Startail, but also like all the participants to the ecosystem. And that's the kind of like initiative that we are looking forward to see more as we are opening more of the actions that we are taking on the foundations. So yeah, continue to do this. Take some time to read like all the ideas that we are proposing on the forum. Take some time to think about how you can contribute to this. What's your like suggestion and ideas, giving like the information that we are sharing, and we'll be always like listening and participating in those discussions. And Luca, I know you are like listening here. Don't worry, I will jump on your forum post at some point and share my feedback. But yeah, thanks for opening the discussion at least already.
Thank you so much for sharing this topic with us, Jay. Yeah, this is important and good to have you community revealing our source of truth in our Astra forum. We have every important topic and important aspect of this initiative there. So if you can review, it will be great. And yeah, as G mentioned, start the conversation. If you have any questions, we have the Astra forum to answer your question. We have the Astor Discord to start a conversation with all the community. So yeah, stay really active with this. So right now we start moving to a new and yeah, from moving to something excited in the DeFi space, right? Well, we are collaborating with Sonified and Pith Network for an innovative on-chain trading computation that brings stocks perpetual markets on-chain using ASTR as collateral. So I want to highlight this is ACTR utility in new on-chain trading use cases, So it's more expansion, it's more utility for the token, and it's more use case, right? So I want to start with you, G. I want to ask you, can you explain us what this is stock trading competition is all about?
Oh, okay, so as you mentioned, this is a trading competition in collaboration with Sonify. Sonify is one of the DexAMA, a native DexAMA of the Sonium ecosystem, and they have been launching like several new DeFi products over the past months on Sonium, and one of them is bringing real-world stocks through X stocks from Kraken, and also the collaboration with Pit for price feed to the Web3 and to the DeFi ecosystem. So this way, the users of Web3 and therefore like the one on Sonium can get exposed to the financial market of the stock market world, mainly like US market at the moment, but they are also working on enabling likely Japanese stock market on chain. So this is quite interesting use case because we are like bridging with them the Web3 world and the real world into like one single place where the token holders and asset holders on Sonium can, depending on their like financial strategy and DeFi appetites, can get exposed also to what's happening in the real world. So in this case, it's using some of the tokens that you are holding on Sonium as collateral and trade on the perpetual market, the future perpetual market for those stocks in the real world. So meaning you can like long or short the price actions of some stocks, like for example Apple in the US market using Astar as collateral. So you can get like the benefit of both world, still holding your crypto on chain, but being exposed to what's happening in real finance. And this is happening on Sonify as of today. And today is also the launch of the Sonium Score Season 5. And Sonify is one of the projects which is among like the bonus points for Sonium Score Season 5. So by participating in this campaign, Astar campaign, you are also generating points in the Sonium Score system for the Season 5. So this is the double win for participants to the campaign. As this is contributing to Astar utility expansion, especially in the Sonium ecosystem, which, for reminder, is one of the key network of the Astar collective after like Astar L1. There is like a reward pool in Astar token divided over like a period of 4 weeks. So total is like $4,000 worth of Astar token divided on 4 weeks, so 1,000 per week. I invite you to check the rules on Sonify, specifically for the distribution of the rewards. But this is mainly around the P&L generated by the traders during the competition. Maybe I went like too far on the explanation. Sorry, Carlos. Yeah, please go ahead.
No worries, everything is good. Thank you so much for this great explanation, G. And yeah, basically, this is a good initiative for us. I want to ask you, Martin, what do you think about this initiative and how is relate to the expansion of ASTR? From Astar Foundation, what is your vision on this new initiative?
I see this as the first start regarding Astar being more involved in DeFi initiatives moving forward. I will stop here already because I will talk more about this in the next slide that we will be having. But I'm very excited to see like a collaboration again inside Sonium. It's been a while where you saw the Astar name inside Sonium. This mainly was because of some restrictions of the Sonium side. This had nothing to do with Astar. But we are gaining back our position in a way that this is one of the examples where Astar will be showcased as one of the assets to be used in the X stocks in the on-chain trading competition. Very happy to do this together with Sonify as well, being supported as well with Pete. At the same time, we also know that in the upcoming, not this season that is just launched today on the Sonium score, but in the upcoming seasons as well, Astar will be as well included in those kind of statistics. So we are doing more and more things as well on Sonium to strengthen our multi-chain narrative of our assets. And we are looking forward as well to this one as one of the new steps towards initiatives on Sonium. But we have much more in the pipeline, and I hope to answer those and talk more about them as well in the next one, in the next slides. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, I reviewed in the community this morning, and many people is really excited for this initiative because it's a new utility for ACTR using ASTR as a collateral for trading stocks. Wow, this is really good. So many people is really excited with this, and yeah, also we are in this Astra Foundation. So yeah, as Martin mentioned, we have another important topic to discuss with you, and this I want to ask you both, GMR, and what was Astar Network in 2025? I want to starting with you, Martin, because you has been here from Astor beginning. So I want to ask you, how was this year, especially for you? How we can highlight to the community? And yeah, everything what you share with us.
Um, from Astar Network or from Astar Foundation perspective, one thing that was very excited for my part was more on the governance side, where we were able to bootstrap and launch initiatives and councils like the Community Council as well as the Astar Financial Committee. Um, moving forward, so that was for me the best way for getting as well distributed responsibilities outside of Astor Foundation, which I'm very happy that this was one of the things that we achieved. On the other hand, I think for 2025, and I think most of you agreed, I will not hide behind, yes, we did many great things. Yes, we did a lot of things. I think it was not a very good year for Astor, period. I think 25 was very hard, was very difficult. Also related to initiatives that we wanted to do or that we did as well on Sonium, where we also felt that they didn't got as much traction as we wanted, which we had to pivot to something new at the same time and getting back that traction. So it was very difficult and a hard year for us. But it also woken us up in a way of, okay, this needs to change in 26, because this is not something that I want to put, or this is not something that I really want to keep on doing, because it's also bleeding in my heart when I see those kind of things as well on Astar. So as Sota also already mentioned, I'm not satisfied. I always want more. And I think in 2025, we did many good things, but we didn't went all in. And I think for 26, we go all in. And this goes with the whole Asta Foundation. We already said it, like a new narrative, a new milestones, a direction, new product lines coming out in Q1 already. A lot of things are coming and a lot of things will move forward in 26, and we will not start in Q2 or Q3. No, we will immediately start in Q1 by shipping out new things, by revamping new things, and so on. So for me, it's more about, okay, the past is the past, but now where we are heading, for me, this will be the new era for Astar, and this is where I hope we will get everybody as well excited and motivated, and get those people truly see the value of the Astar token as well. So thank you.
Thank you to you, Martin. And well, G, I want to ask you because as Martin mentioned, 2025 for Astra was a really busy and hard year. Many things happened, many updates, many room times, new campaigns for Astra, new expansion of ASTR utility. That was really difficult to communicate everything. So I want to ask you because I saw G in every place, responding message, coordinating teams, people, collaborating with other projects. So G was a really and fundamental key for us in 2025. So I want to ask you, How was 2025 from your perspective?
Like Martin mentioned, 25 has been really busy because we went into this direction of expanding the Astar ecosystem from just Astar L1 to more like a multi-chain collective. So we were like present on multiple chains, doing new initiatives on Ethereum, on Polkadot, on Sonium as well, the ACS campaign, to strengthen like the position of the Astar token on Sonium. So many like projects in the Sonium ecosystem have like integrated the Astar token. So now there is like way more use cases and interesting use cases compared to 2024 or 2023 for the Astar token in like other ecosystem. The issue with this is the direction of expanding to mini ecosystem is also depending on those ecosystems. So meaning the narrative that we push is not something in our control totally, as we are collaborating with partners, and then depending on their like strategy and growth also and pipelines. So it's making things a bit more like challenging for us to push forward, as we are also waiting for them to finalize what they are like focusing on. So that's something we want to adjust, and I will double down on what Martin has introduced before. There is a lot of like new initiatives that we are pushing for 2026, and those one are in control of Astar Foundation. So for the moment, our ecosystem expansion is enough for what we need, meaning like having Astar as a core asset on the Sonium ecosystem, also present on Ethereum or like on Polkadot. So we'll be slowing down on the expansion of new chains to reinforce our position on the existing chains that where we are, and also on Astar L1, obviously. So in terms of narrative, we slightly change it to something more in the control of the foundation, and therefore like something more related to Astar Collective and Astar as a project. 2025 has been also the year of adoption of blockchain technology in the real world, as we see like more and more interest from Web2 companies or like traditional finance companies or even like governments to adopt blockchain technology. So there is a lot of new opportunities in the real world, but there is still like some frictions related to the use of Web3 for normal users, Web2 users. And that's something where we see a lot of value for us, because we have a really strong position with Astar in this ecosystem, but also in the partners that we have in Japan, but also in Asia and around the world. And the technology and what we have built over the past years can finally be leveraged to onboard more of like those Web2 users into Web3 by lowering the barrier and the friction to use blockchain technology. So we are pushing a new narrative, focusing on leveraging the technology of Astar and bringing more of the Web2 users on chain. Cannot reveal exactly what we'll be launching yet, but one of the first priority that we'll be doing for the first part of 2026, it's reworking on some of the core elements of Astar L1 and what makes Astar as like an ecosystem, revamping, refreshing, making like something new and fresh, so we can start from good foundations and then like focus on this narrative of adoption of Astar technology. But yeah, cannot like say too much. I think Martin already had a lot of like alphas, but we'll be to summarize in terms of like marketing, we'll change the narrative to something we control more and something more related to real world as well, and obviously like lining up some new growth strategy, and always in collaboration with the Astar community. All those discussions, proposal, ID, new initiatives will be shared on the forum as well. But after discussing already with many community members, I know this is already like the right directions where we are heading. We just need the support and the confirmations from the existing and active community members.
That sounds really great, G. Thank you. Thank you. And well, that's great to me a question. But now let's look ahead. Astor has building momentum, and we want to share where we're head in 2026. This is about giving the community visibility into our strategy direction. So I want to ask you, Martin, because this is an important topic for the community to know, and is what is the Astar new future in 2026, right? So the first question, Martin, is what can you share about Astar direction for 2026? Oh, are you mute, Martin?
Oh, thank you. I was muted. So
Sorry.
my direction for 2026 for Astar Foundation, I let me split it up in three parts. First, about okay, what will the foundation do as a priority, and this comes to what I shared as well before regarding um, the forward initiative that we have been doing about like ensuring that there is like a clear um, expands towards the value of the token. And this is where the second pillar comes in regarding strategic priorities. This is where we need to consider regarding the tokenomics. Is the tokenomics currently in the form that is in the best way to bring value to the ESTA token, knowing the market, knowing the hypes, knowing the where the actual direction of crypto is heading to. Does Asta fit in this picture? If not, then we need to be sure that we pivot in the right direction and so on. So focusing first on the tokenomics side, ensuring that there's like a clear, good tokenomics, because we all feel the current bear market is happening. We all feel that the market itself is going to a downward trend. So we also have to ensure that the value Astar currently has is protected and as well there as well to survive this bear market. And this is also a great opportunity in this market to really think about okay, now we need to pivot towards those directions that we want to do. And one of the things is that first of all, the portal, we see the portal of Astar still as a gateway into the Astar ecosystem. When I say ecosystem, I'm not only focusing on the tech stack of the L1 on Polkadot, but also Sonium, and then later on when the interop is happening on the super chain, on the other chains as well. So everywhere the Astar token is living or is available, this is the Astar ecosystem. So the portal itself, we see this as a gateway, similar as we see the forum as a gateway towards discussions and proposals and feedback and so on. The portal is for usability. It's for the users to interact with our ecosystem. This will be completely revamped. This will be completely changed. We are already working on this, and this will be launched in Q1 regarding the portal revamping. It will be um, much easier to interact, much easier to know where the token is, much easier to transfer the Astar token. Also, at the same time, this goes parallel as well with the new tokenomics, as well with where dApp staking is heading forward as well, ensuring that the new dApp staking direction is already immediately integrated into this new gateway in this new portal as well. And then another focus area that we are also thinking more about is the ecosystem development, about the projects currently on Astar or in Astar ecosystem, but also about, okay, where can Astar Foundation also support the missing gaps that we are currently feeling? And this is where Astar Foundation itself will also create and build its own products to fill in those gaps, not to wait on any developer community to come in and take that, or trying to look for, no, we created by ourselves. This is where a lot of our efforts as well will go into. What we are doing in the short term is that Astar Foundation also create like a new entity that is more more friendly towards DeFi. This is where we see the, let me say, the birth of the Astarfi coming out. This is where we will be also taking initiatives on the DeFi side in the Astar ecosystem, powered by the Astar Foundation. But I want to ensure that everything will be around the Astar token to bring more value. We from the foundation will never use the Astar token to sell or to give away or whatever. No, Astar Foundation will only think about initiatives that will strengthen the value and will increase the value in this finance area that we want to create further. And how we want to do this? We want to do this by leveraging our connections. What do you say about, okay, what kind of connections do you have? We currently saw as well that Startail announced as well the JPY stablecoin, the yen-backed stablecoin as well. This is where Astar will also take the more DeFi route and see how we can also contribute into this yen stablecoin to support the launch or to support the bootstrapping, but taking a cut to see how it can strengthen the Astar value, the Astar token. So we are thinking about that direction. It could be a lot of things, integrating a Morpho, integrating into still convincing Aave to integrate Astar token and so on. So a lot of things that we are trying to do here. At the same time, we also feel that there is a need of some kind of DEX that is really powered by the Astar token. And this is something that we also see as a responsibility for the foundations to do. So I'm already sharing a little bit, maybe too much, and some people will not be happy for me to already share this, but this is already something that the foundation is actively building on and will be as well launched in Q1 to showcase as well that this product revenue coming in through those products goes back into the Astar token through buyback programs to just strengthen the holders of the Astar token and so on and so on. So a lot of things that we are doing from the foundation. First, focus on the tokenomic side, ensuring that the Astar that is being that is coming from the inflation is well spent. That's one thing. And at the second time, seeing, okay, how can we now increase the buying pressure of the Astar token by delivering products that all are wrapped around the Astar token and all wrapped around the value of the Astar token to increase its value. And those initiatives will be happening in Q1 already. So next year, 26 Q1, the first 3 months, we will be focusing on showing like real tangible outcomes for you to feel. And then moving forward in Q2 and onwards in 26, this is where we will push our new narrative, a new direction in Q1 to really showcase where we see the gaps in the current industry and how Astar will fill this in. Not just by doing something randomly, but actively did already the research to see those gaps and how this can actually be delivered through the collaborations and partnerships that we have to already deliver the 26, not create some kind of dreamy, cloudy announcements about those things. No, really like, this is what we will deliver and this is what you will get. So this will be the direction for the Astar Foundation moving forward. So I'm looking forward for already Q1. And by the end of this month, somewhere in the next couple of weeks, we will also create like a more written blog about what's coming next, what to expect in Q1. And this will give us well more clarity about upcoming initiatives. So take your seats and wait for more news coming out, but be ready for 2026 because Astar Foundation will go all in towards the value of the Astar token and will go all in to increase the value, to increase its presence, to increase the utility, to increase the use cases. And yeah, we will try and we will fight. And if we fail, then we fail, but at least we tried. And currently, I would like to try and just fight for the position of Astar. So I'm ready for 26, and I hope everybody is. So I'm looking forward to that one. 2026 will be our year, and let's make sure that when we celebrate again on 18th December on 2026, we will have a golden 5-year anniversary. Let me say it like this. So thank you. This is my thoughts.
Well, no words. Well, incredible, Martin, to share with this. Something that you mentioned before when we have a call, you mentioned that our commitment is every ASTR spending in the Astra ecosystem have to return value to the Astra ecosystem itself. So that is really important, and also that it was something we have in mind to 2026, increase the value of our token ecosystem. So thank you for sharing that, Martin. And well, G, I want to ask you to conclude the call, and is from the marketing perspective and the growth perspective, what the community can expect in 2026? What alpha can you share with us?
I think like Martin shared already like a lot of alpha, which I was not ready to share. So definitely in terms of like marketing and growth, the narrative on those new products launching and controlled by the foundations will be one of the key narrative that we'll be pushing. Uh, every product that we are designing and thinking should bring back value to the Astar token in one way or another, either way by buyback mechanism like uh, shared revenue, or also extending like the runaway or the treasuries in the ecosystem. So that's going to be like the main narrative. And as I mentioned, we'll do some Martin mentioned, we'll do some research when it comes to adoption of the Web3 technology for consumers, especially in Japan. And that's going to be like one of the narrative, also bringing Asta to the real world in 2026. So I will just finish with this, because otherwise I don't have any things to share with the community in the upcoming announcement and blog if I'm giving all the information and alpha here.
Well, Martin mentioned something to building house with, yeah, let's expect for 2026 because that will be a great year that he mentioned before. So yeah, there was a great call that we started. We touched a lot of points. We discussed many important topics with the community. But before to complete the call, I want to talk about the fourth anniversary of our ecosystem. So yeah, please raise your hands. This was 4 years from Astar beginning, and yeah, the four. And yeah, Martin, I want to just to conclude the call, and better to ask you to both. 4 years in a long time in crypto is too much time. So what does this anniversary mean to each of you? Because yeah, I mentioned before, Martin, you have from the beginning as G as well. G is a really OG from the ecosystem. So yeah, how was this journey for you?
Okay, I think that everyone who is crypto enthusiast or blockchain enthusiast as me, everybody knows that 1 year in crypto equals 10 years in corporate business, especially how the speed is going in this industry. Um, so yeah, I still remember like 5 years ago when we initiated the Astar or the Plasm token at that point, how the industry was at that time versus where the industry is today. It's like a huge difference. Um, so for me, even like going from 3 years anniversary to the 40th anniversary, it already feels like years between that. At the same time, it goes so fast that you almost forget it's your anniversary. Um, so a lot of things has happened, and I think we need to ensure that we are here as well for the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, and we can celebrate our 10th birthday as well. The good thing about the Astor Foundation to also give ahead to the finance of Astor Foundation, we has always been very careful when it comes to finance. We already survived like two bear markets and so on, so we are still here and moving forward. And even in this bear market up to come, we have still the ability to say we go all in because we are ready and we do have the runway to sustain and to build and to make a change. So this is what we will do also because of our always good maybe too conservative sometimes finance, but we are here and we preserved a good treasury, not only on chain but also off chain. So we are here to fight for 26 to have that golden fifth birthday. I'm happy I'm still here since day one, even before day zero, and I think I wouldn't have wanted to work anywhere else that I'm currently working at, being at Astar Foundation and also at Starthill Group. Um, I hope, yeah, next year will be the year for us that we really can make the change that we have been looking for a long time. We also still continue as well our efforts in the Astar ecosystem, also on the Polkadot side for those, because people are still questioning us regarding this side. Um, yes, we have not been the front players in Polkadot, but we always have been supporting them. And we see as well a huge opportunity for Astar and the Astar DeFi initiatives as the AstarFi to also play a huge role in the asset hub migration and the Plaza migration as well coming up. So we do see a lot of opportunities in that area. But at the same time, we also take a look at, okay, um, ensuring that everything that we do is around the ROI of the Astar token. And even our own initiatives will be go through very hard due diligence. If it doesn't bring value, we will stop. Only the value cases will live and move on. And this is how we will be part of the collective as value drivers as well towards the asset token. So happy birthday to Astar. Happy birthday to the mainnet launch. That's why the fourth birthday is for the mainnet launch, not the brand launch. But happy fourth birthday for the mainnet of Astar. And to say something good as well, um, Astar Network, since this 4 years, has a 99.9999% uptime. Never went down. The only time it was down was because of issues on the relay chain, not on our side. Astar has been an SLA of 99.9999%, which a lot of L1s cannot say. So also very happy on that front that the infrastructure that we built is solid to prove as a tech stack that works, that can give you security, can give you scalability at dwell time, can give you the uptime of a blockchain with an SLA of almost 100%. So I'm still very proud of that part as well. So thank you.
Wow, amazing. G?
Um, listen, like 4 years ago, I was young. I had dreams. I had a lot of like experience. Now I feel like super old, like if I'm already 40 or 50 years old. So yeah, so 4 years, what a long time. But we did like so many things in 4 years. It's quite amazing, like everything we tried with Astar. And the good thing is we are still here. Like when you compare to 4 years ago, I remember like some of the project launching 4 years ago, like I don't know, like 80% of the project back there are like dead now, and Asta is still around. We have the foundation, we have the runaway to keep going for like many years. So because we have been like smart enough to also have the good management of our finance and our ecosystem. So even like if this is a difficult time for the price of the Astar, and a difficult time for the market, Astar as a project is not in a like difficult position. Foundation is still strong and still going. So that's because we have made like some really smart decisions over the past years, and we'll be continuing doing this, but reinforcing also like the position that we have with Astar. So yeah, quite a lot of things happened, but many more to come.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, I still remember when I joined Astra in 2020 and in 2021. That was really nice. And yeah, well, happy birthday to Astor. Happy birthday to the community entirely. And well, this is the final of our community call. As mentioned before, thank you to all of you for joining us today. This has been a package section with the Burndrop PoC Lounge Foundation Forward initiative. We talk about Sonified trading competition, our 2026 roadmap, insights from Maarten and Guenael, and celebrating 4 years for Astar ecosystem. If you want to know more about this, in our social channels, you will find everything related to these topics, every guide, every step. Please go into Astar here next, YouTube, and other platforms that to find more information about this initiative. This is our last call of the year, I mentioned before, and there is only one thing left to say, and it's thank you, community, thank you for being part of Astar development and for being part of Astar collective, because it was a really great journey with you in this year. And as mentioned by Martin and G, 2026 will be a really great and a more exciting year for Astar and for, of course, for you. So yeah, hope to see you. Hope to you're ready for the next year, and happy holidays to everyone. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your holiday and take some good time with your family and friends. And we see you next year with like some really nice updates in the next coming call. Thanks, Carlos.
Woo! See you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.
Happy anniversary. Bye.